So this right here is the new EvoFox Ronin X75 Plus, and when EvoFox sent this out to me, I was genuinely excited to try this keyboard. I've heard some good things online about this keyboard from fellow reviewers. I've been using it for the past 2 weeks as my main keyboard for gaming and productivity, and in this video I want to share my experience with you guys. It retails for 6,000 rupees in the Indian market, and let's find out if it's worth your money. Now, starting off with the unboxing, you have really simple packaging here with the EvoFox branding and a picture of the keyboard. Inside, you get some documentation, a user manual, the warranty card, and some EvoFox stickers. Next up is the keyboard itself. We'll get to that in a bit. Let's talk about the accessories. First up, you get a 1.8 meter USB Type-A to Type-C cable. This is not braided, but it's a decent length and really decent in terms of the quality as well. You also get 3 extra B-Sun black linear switches. These are pre-lubed and you can replace these with any broken switches that you might have in the future. You also get a keycap and switch puller, and the coolest thing inside the box is this keychain, which also doubles as a fidget toy. It's an actual mechanical switch with a keycap with a really satisfying sound, and in my opinion it's really cool, and more brands should start including stuff like this with their keyboards. Last but not least, we have the keyboard itself. You also get this EvoFox branded dust cover, which is always a nice addition. Now, talking about the keyboard itself, the keyboard has this really nice and clean two-tone dark gray and black color scheme with topographic style keycaps. It looks modern and clean without being too flashy. It should go with any gaming / productivity based setups. So again, the color scheme here is really nice. It's completely made out of plastic, but it's really good quality plastic, and the keyboard has some weight to it. It's almost a kilogram, or 992 grams to be precise. It feels well put together, really sturdy. In my opinion, the build here is really solid. There's no flexing or creaking. Now, doing a quick overview of the keyboard, it's a 75% or 82 key layout with a metal volume knob, and this is a tactile volume knob, so you'll be able to feel the notches when you're rotating it, and you can press to mute. You also have your indicator LEDs right here for your caps lock, Windows lock, 2.4G or Bluetooth. Towards the top, you have your USB-C port with your power and mode switch, and right here is a slot for your 2.4G receiver, which is magnetic, so you can store your receiver here when you're not using it. And this is a tri-mode connectivity keyboard, so it works wired with a USB-C cable, with the 2.4G receiver and Bluetooth. It has got Bluetooth 5.0. You get 1000 Hz polling rate on wired as well as the 2.4G receiver, which is really nice. On Bluetooth, the polling rate will decrease obviously. Now, towards the back, you have 5 rubber feet and 2 levels of height adjustment. You have this tiny kickstand as well as this larger kickstand. You can, adjust the height according to your preference. Personally, I just leave the keyboard on the default height because naturally they have a ergonomic, typing position. And you also have rubber feet on the kickstands as well. So the grip this keyboard has on your desk is really nice. It stays in place and does not move around. It also has all the basic features like all key anti-ghosting as well as N key rollover and Windows lock, of course. It works really well on both Windows and Mac. Now, talking about the keycaps and switches, you've got B-Sun black linear switches here, which are pre-lubed from the factory. These are rated for 60 million clicks. They have about 4 millimeters of total travel, and these don't have a really fast actuation, so I wouldn't say these are for the hardcore gamers, but for everyday productivity, typing, coding especially, these are really enjoyable. They have a really smooth keystroke and they're not super loud either, which I really like. And the keycaps here are double shot PBT with the topographic style design on top, and they have a south facing print. Now, the keyboard also has a south facing RGB LED, which works really well with the switch and topographic style keycap combo. RGB on this keyboard is actually really nice. You've got 18 effects and you can customize the RGB effects and the rest of the keyboard in the web-based app that EvoFox has. The app is again really decent. You can set up macros, you can customize the performance of the keyboard, the RGB effects. I wish the RGB on this keyboard was slightly brighter. That would make the topographic style keycaps look even better. But apart from that, no complaints here. Overall, the software experience is decent, and I appreciate that you don't have to download any software and that it's a web-based app. Now, something else that I noticed, which is really nice, is that you've got silicone pads below the spacebar, which makes this key sound really good. And even the stabilizers on this keyboard are really nice. They're pre-lubed. There is absolutely no wobble, so even the big keys like the spacebar, the shift, the backspace, they all sound really good. without any wobble. Now talking about the internals of the keyboard, this is a 12-layer construction with 5 layers of sound absorption, and this is a gasket mount keyboard like I mentioned in the start. My only complaint here is that the PCB is not flex cut. That would have improved the sound even more, but maybe they can implement that in a future version of this keyboard. But apart from that, the sound on this keyboard is really nice. The typing feel is really good. Since this is a gasket mount keyboard, the key strokes feel pretty soft and comfortable, and there is no rattle even on the bigger keys. So backspace, shift, space, all of these keys sound really nice, really smooth. It has a very thocky sound, and here is a sound test for you guys. Now talking about my experience with the EvoFox Ronin X75 Plus, I've been using it for the past 2 weeks for both productivity and gaming. I've used it on my Mac setup as well as Windows. And if you're looking for a 75% keyboard for everyday general productivity, coding, lots of typing and gaming on the side, I think you should definitely consider this keyboard. It retails for 6,000 rupees, which is an expensive price, but the value this keyboard offers is also really good. There's no major issues here, and it stacks up really well against the competition like Ola F75, Creo Swarm, and keyboards from Ajaz as well. And the big highlight here is the 8000 mAh battery. So they've stacked two 4000 mAh cells next to each other, and in the 2 weeks I've been using this keyboard, I haven't had to charge it. I mostly keep the RGB off, so if you do turn on the RGB, depending on the brightness and the effect, your battery life may vary. But with the RGB off, this keyboard, it can last you months together. But even with RGB on, you should be able to get a week worth of battery life or even more, depending upon the effect and the brightness. So battery life here is not an issue at all. And I'm going to leave links down below in the description to the EvoFox Ronin X75 Plus, so you can check it out. And if you buy from those links, it does help the channel out. And if you have any questions or queries about this keyboard, I'll be there replying to you guys in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video or found this video helpful in any way, do smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss out on future uploads, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.